Well, Conor, nice to meet you.
Me too.
I read somewhere that you did the artwork for the first record, if that's correct? Or
Yes,
yeah.
it is, yes.
Do you still practice art, visual art?
Yeah, well I did the artwork for this one as well, but it's more like putting images into computers and manipulating them with various processes and stuff, so that it's a different sort of thing, I guess. But yeah.
Is that something you only do when it's for something that has to do with the band, or is it also something that you do aside of it and just for fun?
I used to do it more. I'm more music focused now, and whenever I do actually make visual art, it's usually in relation to the band, purely because of time and not really out of anything else really. Just sort of practical things really. Yeah.
Did you have had to put a lot of your maybe hobbies aside for the band over the last couple of years?
Well, I mean, my only hobby really ever was making music and art really. So my job now is my hobby really, but it's just I have to work at it for twice as long and much harder. And but that's cool. Like,
yeah?
It excites me. Yeah.
Does it? Yeah. Sometimes people they complain a little bit about their hobby becoming their job and then maybe losing some kind of
free time or something.
Yeah, or passion that they had when it was still a hobby. But for you, it never felt a big transition.
I think it suits me. I think I'm by my very nature, I'm sort of a bit of a workaholic, regardless of what I'm doing. So if it's something that I love so much, such as music, then I'm sort of a triple workaholic. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you described, or at least in the text that came with it, that you discovered that you were in some kind of cycle when it came, maybe in touring the first record. Or can you describe maybe the cycle that you meant that you were trapped in?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. That was the first. I mean, it was just the first time that we'd ever toured that much, and so when you realise that you're going back into that sort of level of intense touring and like 2 years or whatever of playing the same songs again, you sort of know the songs that stand the test of time and the ones that really feel good to sing, and they're usually the ones which are less sort of confessional and less directly angsty or emotional, or the ones that you can play every night are usually the ones that are more imaginative and more physical and
not maybe directly about yourself also, or
yeah, but even when I'm singing about myself, it's always a mix of other characters, and it's always sort of like a jigsaw puzzle. I've never managed to master the art of a simple song. I always mess it up by like putting like a cog in there, what's the term? Putting a rock in the cog. That's definitely not the term.
Okay.
I don't know what the term is.
But
I should write a song about that.
How many songs over your whole catalog that you've written until
Stick in
now?
the cogs.
Stick in the cogs.
I think.
Okay, that's something learned from me as well. So, but how many songs, that you actually did stand the test of time that you wrote until now?
From the first album, most of them.
Yeah.
But there was a couple which I just physically can't sing anymore because I don't feel that way, or I don't feel. It's not that I don't feel that way, but I don't see music as something that I want to do the same kind of thing, you know, that those songs do. I want music to be more uplifting now. So I wrote an album which is more uplifting and more like the song carries you rather than the singer carrying the song, more so, if you know what I mean. Like you're almost physically too busy singing it to even think about being, I don't know, I start to feel kind of manipulative of the audience, like emotionally manipulative, like you're trying to get the audience to feel the way you felt when you wrote it or something, and that's just sometimes that's a pointless exercise, and if anything I want to have more of a communal feeling with the audience now with these new songs, and it's working, because like the shows we've been playing are just far more exciting and far more kind of interesting to me.